if you are a person that loves to have control over every aspect of your life, like me, if you suffer from stress, worry, anxiety, panic, anger, all the things, if you have PTSD like me, whatever it is, if you are finding that you're struggling just in general, especially to understand the world, people, yourself, your emotions, I can relate and absolutely empathize, and today's chat is for you. Hey guys, it's Vanessa V. Welcome to the Crown Survivalist channel. Today, I'm going to share with you something that I actually wanted to share with you last week in sort of a nod and celebration of April Fool's Day. However, my computer decided to play a April Fool's prank on me, the biggest of all. If you follow me on social media, you're probably aware of what occurred. Now, the reason I wanted to bring up today's subject for April Fools is because it actually pertains not just to April Fool's Day, but every single day of the year. It's a super important, I find, lesson and really powerful awareness that has helped me in my understanding of all the stuff that tries to hold me back. And so if it helped me that much, as usual, with this channel, I am hoping that it can help you too. So I'm really excited to share that with you. Okay, so let's talk about what it is right off the bat. Basically, your brain and mine and everybody else's tries to fool you every single day, every moment of every single day. And one of the ways to interpret this idea is something that's called cognitive bias, which is basically your brain using previous life experiences to confirm present assumptions, is the best way I can put it. But basically it prevents you from having a super objective, non-biased point of view of whatever it is that you are experiencing, thinking about, viewing, whatever it is. Now, why does your brain try to fool you? Okay, if you've been with me on this channel, you probably can guess. I'll give you a second. Yes, it is in fact to keep you safe. Now, you might ask, how does my brain fooling me help me to stay safe? If it's not reflecting actual reality, how could that possibly keep me safe? Well, it does have a function, right? The fact that your brain does this and does it so well and does it so often does mean that it, chances are, does have a purpose for you. And one of those big ways is to just short circuit stuff, right? So if your brain is able to copy and paste learned things along the way to present and or future things that are coming your way or might come your way in the future, you can spend less time and energy, precious time and energy, on digesting those things, on making safety related perhaps decisions in the moment. It helps you to stay more focused on staying safe. If your brain is just able to easily help you to figure out, I don't know what I'm doing with my fingers, figure out what is occurring so that you can stay safe. And so we can have expectations that we place upon ourselves or others, including rules. Those definitely tend to drive our expectations. We've talked about rules previously, so I will post that link below in case you'd like to learn more about that. So you tend to fill in a lot of gaps without realizing it, right? You might be presented with some information, whether it's visual or you've heard something, and your past experiences can copy and paste those learned things onto that present or future situation and cause you to assume that you now have a full scope of what's going on. It perhaps helps you to feel more calm, more in control. It perhaps helps you to make decisions faster, because I think we all know that requires energy and time and thought, and it can cause you to feel overwhelmed. So it's much easier for your brain to present information very simply. And with those shortcuts, it can also cause you to categorize right? It helps you to organize and structure your view of the world. And when people tend to do that, it oftentimes puts them in sort of a power position of feeling more in control. Above, it feels much more safer, structured, and it can also cause us to view others not as humans, which is what they are. That's what you are. It can cause them to put that on you, to assume things about you, your intent, and not give you the benefit of the doubt. Again, it helps your brain to save energy, to assume things, to anticipate certain things. We don't need critical thinking, right? We don't need to ask why. We don't need to dig. We don't need to question ourselves or the sources that we're getting information from. We already have the answers and we have a life to live, so we don't have time for that. So it can cause a very black and white, good versus bad, right versus wrong mindset that doesn't allow for a lot of wiggle room or gray zone, that I like to call it. And that doesn't necessarily reflect actual reality or allow us to live happier and more open-minded and more open-hearted, which I personally feel is paramount to a life well lived for everybody. So a lot of this division and assumptions and categorizing, yeah, it definitely helps save time and energy and mental brain power. But what it can also do is cause a lot of strife, unnecessary strife. There's a lot that goes into it, and I'm not trying to overwhelm us today. But actually, if you haven't noticed, this channel is literally, without us calling it your brain fooling you, it is about a lot of different ways that your brain tries to fool you and how to trick it back, how to either instantaneously or over time retrain your brain and fool it into doing what is the healthiest in actual reality, not what it perceives to be the healthiest. Okay, so what do we do with that? And there's, by the way, a lot of different ways that your brain can fool you, but I just wanted to touch on those. So what do we do with that, right? I mean, that is a lot of information. And goodness me, how does it help you, right? There was a study done that I found the other day that sort of delves into that and what to do about your brain trying to fool you. And it concluded something that I in my own personal life have noticed, and this is what I want for you. It's super simple. It can really help you get more in control of your emotional driver's seat, and help you to not feel so all over the place.
And confused about people, the world, yourself,
etc.
Anyway.
And that is awareness. Being mindful that this is occurring. Because so often you can feel so confused about what the heck is going on. Why is the world this way? Why did someone do that? Or say that? Or anything? Why are they like that, right? It just doesn't compute. You don't understand it. And knowing that your brain is trying to fool you into making sense of the situation that does not necessarily reflect reality, but that other people's brains are also doing the same thing. And they don't even know it, chances are, right? So you already have a leg up. And what's so great is that this powerful awareness, just remembering, especially when you have a strong opinion or emotion or thought or question, just reminding yourself of that and going, is what I'm thinking right now actually reflective of actual reality, or is my brain trying to confirm present assumptions based on previous experiences? And are the people around me and in the world also having their brain trying to fool them? And so they are acting in ways that don't make sense. Well, it might be that their brain is also attempting to fool them. And it's definitely the fact that everyone has a different perception of reality because we've all had different experiences in our lives to inform that reality. And that often can collide. But the more we understand that, the less intense those collisions can feel. And I know social collisions can be intense, right? But the more we understand that a lot of times we are in fact safe, even if there's a social collision, that's one of the biggest reasons as to why, is that our realities and perceptions of realities are bumping into each other a little bit. And that's okay. It is, right? And it can help us to have more compassion for other people, understanding what might be going on with them, and just being a little bit more gentle with other people and being more gentle with yourself. It's not about being perfect. It's just about being more aware and doing your best. Just allowing yourself to be human and allowing other people to be human. A lot of that just takes down the stress and anxiety and worry and panic. It just is, right? Let's work with what is. And this awareness is a great first step. The hacks that we talk about on this channel are a way to help you, again, fool your brain quickly and over time. So I'm going to link some of those down below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. Thanks for being here, you guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm so glad that you tuned in today, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Mwah.